It is almost 2:30 in the morning and we are still up, still renovating, still going strong.
We are a little behind schedule. We really hoped that we could fix up our house, have it on the market by this time. So we could have that time to not worry about selling the house, and then we could comfortably get into an RV, let that be our main focus, and travel full time as early into the new year as possible. Our realtor actually came over this week and told us it was kind of up to us. She said, you know, there's still some things that you could do. You could probably sell your house for more money if you did these things. It's up to you. How quickly do you want to get out? And so we are crazy people and we want the best of both worlds. So we are still going hard, staying up so late / early and just waking up super early, kind of losing our sanity, but still hoping that we are going to do it.
I definitely see the light at the end of the tunnel right now. There's daylight coming because we've been up late every night this week, I think, like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, but it's worth it and I can see things happening.
Yeah, so we're really excited. We believe it's going to happen. Even if we're a little behind track, we're still going to make it happen. It's just our goal that we're really trying to narrow in on. We haven't even put up a Christmas tree yet because we refuse to, because it is not going to happen. Our house is going to sell by Christmas time. So we are all in. So that's a little update on how things are going. But there is one decision that we wanted to make and you made it so much easier. So thank you. We have come to the conclusion that we will be purchasing a fifth wheel. Thank you so much. That was Chris's dream. He always wanted this fifth wheel and I was not convinced, but there were so many good reasons to get one. And after we had our video last week, we just got so many comments that were awesome, that really, really did help and made me feel like, okay, I can do this.
He's like, okay, Chris isn't crazy. People
I'm not
do
sure
like
about
the fifth
that.
wheel option.
Well, yeah. So there's quite a few reasons, and the things that definitely swayed my opinion were the space. Originally, I did not care about the space, and it's not the biggest factor for me, but I was not thinking about storage space too. So not only do you have more living space, which I do think will be nice for the kids because we're doing virtual school, and then there will be times that we are going to have to stay in the RV if there's bad weather, things like that. And I think it will be nice to have that little extra space. Mm-hmm. So I'll give you that. But the storage, I didn't really think about it, but how much money would we save if we bought our own kayaks and we had our own life vests and things like that? And not only that, but how much more convenient would it be? And you don't really get that option when you're traveling in motorhomes or you're traveling in travel trailers. It just really does give you a little bit more space in general overall. So I can see your point with that.
One of the deciding factors for us choosing the fifth wheel option, and thank you for backing me up on this by the way, is day trips and excursions and getting around and visiting places is much easier in a truck or a smaller vehicle than it would be to take a giant motorhome or a travel trailer and lugging it around the country. Right.
I can see that, and we actually did get some comments that I didn't know, but there are some places, especially out west, that have very windy roads, and you just can't. There's actual roads that you cannot go on in larger motorhomes, kind of like the ones that I wanted. And so I definitely see that because safety is first and our number one priority. Actually, this is kind of a weird question, but I still want to use our own bathroom. So we've also been looking into like little bathrooms for like even the truck. Kind of gross. Let us know what you think about that. Which brings me to the most important factor, again, is safety, but being able to use our own bathroom and our own kitchen whenever we want that is exactly what I wanted. And I didn't know if this was even possible with a fifth wheel because with pop-outs, I didn't know how condensed it was or how hard it would be to pull over and actually use them. But quite a few people reached out to us that have fifth wheels and said that it's no big deal and they do it all the time. So that was super comforting. Thank you for that inside tip because that gives me a lot more confidence going forward with this.
Maintenance was another reason for selecting the fifth wheel option. If we're lugging a giant motorhome around the country and it broke down, we would be toast. We'd have nowhere to live for 1-2 weeks, maybe even a month.
And normally that wouldn't be a problem because Airbnb might be kind of a nice break from a small living quarters. However, given the current situation, I think we just feel a little bit more comfortable being able to have our living quarters separate and knowing that it's there.
That's true. And if our truck broke down, no big deal. We'll still be able to live in fifth wheel while the truck is being repaired.
And repair costs, that's a whole nother issue. Well, a lot of people, this is something, again, that we didn't think too hard about, but a lot of people reached out and said it's a lot less expensive because mainly the vehicle that's doing most of the work is the truck. So that's what you would have to get repaired for the most part. And that's a lot less expensive than repairing a big giant motorhome. So another point for the fifth wheel. One of the biggest things that freaked me out about the fifth wheel is the gigantic size and how they look humongous and terrifying, and I'm still scared by that. However, people did tell me that it's really not that bad. They gave us some great advice. Actually, our friend Troy reached out and said, make sure you get the truck first, get used to driving that, and then it shouldn't be that big of a deal to haul that big mammoth scary thing on top of it. And so I'm really hoping that he's right. And if you think about the length of the actual trailer, it does seem a little bit better than something that you completely tow behind because a little bit of it is above the truck bed. So I'm hoping that I was just psyching myself out.
I think it's a lot easier to operate and navigate.
It doesn't sway either, right?
It's not going to be like swaying if it's like a travel trailer, and like a giant motorhome. If you're just driving that, it's like driving a bus, right? But with the truck, just driving a truck, and it's fixed onto the back of the travel, but on the back of the truck's bed, right? So it's a lot safer to maneuver.
So I'm going to trust you on this one, and I'm hoping that you're right. Now that you have helped us narrow down the search to a fifth wheel, and we are so grateful for that, now we have another question for you because you were just so helpful, and I need to really stop spending as much time on Facebook Marketplace as I do now. So please help us. So now that we know that we're going to get a fifth wheel, what kind of fifth wheel should we be looking for? For affordability, we're definitely going to be getting a used fifth wheel. And also for the fact that I love interior design. We obviously love renovating, but
I love staying at all hours, making your ideas come to life.
I have the ideas and he makes it happen. We're like Chip and Joanna Gaines. It's really great.
We're the Chip and Joanna Gaines of
RVs, hopefully, yeah. So I just have a few questions. How old is too old? And what should we be looking for? Because we definitely don't want to spend money on something that is fairly new if it's just for cosmetic purposes, because I won't be happy with any stock options. So please let us know, what should we be looking for? You know, we'll be traveling fairly quickly. Should we be getting something with one slide, no slides? I mean, there's so many options. I'm sure we'll be facing lots of different types of weather. So is there anything that we should be looking for when it comes to heating and cooling, and just any tips that you have that would be so helpful for us, because now we're getting much more serious about being able to go and purchase the fifth wheel. We just need a little bit more information, and in the meantime, we'll be spending all of our time trying to get this house on the market and sold. So your help is invaluable to us, and we appreciate it so, so much. So just let us know in the comments or reach out to us on any of our other platforms, and we appreciate you so much. We still have a lot to do. It's probably almost 3 o'clock now, so
I'm gonna get to it.
Yeah, so we're ready to get to it. Thank you so much. Have a great week.
Adios.
Jonah, what has it been like living in a renovation zone?
Funny.
Funny? Just like totally crazy? Have mom and dad been like exhausted? Yeah, we still have a lot to do, okay? Thanks for the reminder, sir. Jude. Hey, are you excited about the fifth wheel? Yeah.
Goodbye.